Hey Jenna, um, I thought your discussion post was really good about the importance of educating people about HPV and all the things that can happen from being infected with HPV. Um, HPV is something that's fairly newer for compared to other well-known STDs. Um, I think that when we think about HPV, we think of it as a non-symptomatic. Most of the time, it's asymptomatic STD, and so most people, especially guys, they don't really worry about spreading it around when they do find out that they do have it. Um, I think for the younger generation to encourage the parents to get the vaccine is hard because they recommend that the vaccine be given at such a young age, and the vaccine is so new that most people don't trust that the vaccine won't cause more harm than good. Um, I worked in a pediatric office in 2012 to like 2016, and I remember like how hard it was to get some of the parents to consent for the child to get the vaccine. It wasn't until we realized that when we talked to the child and the parent together about the vaccines and explained to them the risk of the cervical cancer, that like we saw an uptick in parents who would consent and would agree to get the vaccine. Some of them wouldn't get but one out of the three. Some of them wouldn't get but two out of the three. But we started to realize that the more we emphasize how it can help prevent cervical cancer for the females, we got a great response. I think it's interesting that we target females for the HPV vaccine. And the reason why I say that is I think that males should also get the HPV vaccine because they are more prone to transferring it, or they are responsible for really, they are, I'm trying to think of the right words, the ones who would be unknowingly spreading it around because it's asymptomatic and they wouldn't understand that, like bacterial vaginosis is a STD. They wouldn't comprehend that they don't need to be spreading it around unless they're one of the unfortunate people who end up with genital warts from the HPV. They wouldn't really get it. But in my experience, we hardly ever try to persuade parents of males to get the vaccine. If they wanted it, they wanted it. If they didn't, they didn't. Um, I think it's really sad when you see somebody with cervical cancer. I know on my unit just yesterday, I admitted a patient who was only like 27 and she had stage 4 cervical cancer. It was so sad to see age 27. I think the highest age that they recommend that they think it still be effective for you to get the HPV vaccine is 25. But yeah, I thought that you did great. And yeah, that's it.